In this series of videos, we're going to talk about testing. In particular, we're going to talk about test-driven development. I'm going to end up covering testing uh, both sequelized models and express routes. And just to explain just the importance of doing testing, one of the things that it's going to allow us to do is to really be able to write some code rapidly in the sense that we're not going to have to open up browsers to test things out. Um, we're going to be able to document the behavior of, or excuse me, document how we think our system is going to behave. And it's going to make it, the reason why I say it's quicker, even though there's some setup to it, is that really once we get going and we end up getting over the hump of, setting things up, it'll move relatively quickly. The nice thing about it is that not only will it help us get our code written, but it's going to help us maintain our code because as we end up writing more code, if in fact even these tests that we wrote before end up breaking, we know we'll have a problem. But ideally, we'll end up adding to this test suite as we go forward. So, what I'm going to do to just do a quick setup here. I'm going to do an npm init. There are two modules that I'm going to end up needing to do my testing. So I'm going to, let's also do a git init here. So one thing that we'll go over here and I look at my package.json, I don't have any dependencies here, but I'm going to do an npm install, and I'm going to do it a little bit different this time. I'm going to end up installing both Mocha, which is our testing framework, and Chai, which is our assertion library. And there are some testing frameworks that combine these two things. There's an older framework called Jasmine, which is still commonly used. There's a newer framework called Jest, which people like a lot. But Mocha and Chai are pretty common. They've been around. If you end up understanding one of the frameworks, it's pretty easy to pick up another one. The important thing that I'm going to do here is that instead of doing a regular save, I'm going to say save dev. And what this is going to do is basically, first of all, indicate that when I end up going to deploy my application, these are not libraries that I need. These are libraries that I'm going to use for the development part of my application. When my application is actually up and running, these are not dependencies. So if I look at my package.json, I'll see that I've got these dependencies, but they're dev dependencies. The other thing that I want to do here is if I do a git.status, I'll see that my node modules folder is there. I'm going to go over here, and I'm just going to echo node modules, and I'm going to do this into a git ignore, which is yet to exist. And now if I do git.status, I'll see that I don't have those node modules folder, and I can do git.add, git.commit, add Mocha and Chai.